Hey guys, Father Time. If you wouldn't mind subscribing down there in the corner, click on my face. That's me standing outside 777 back in September for my last flight with American Airlines. Today is February 12th, 2024, and we're going to be flying an FSI profile scenario for FSI from St. Martin to Guadalupe. I want to tell you what I did before I started signing on to Microsoft Flight Simulator. This is going to be a tutorial on how to do it. Hopefully it works out. I have to tell you, I tried it once. It's extremely challenging in the Super 80, given the lack of precision of the nav base. So it's really almost a raw data procedural track over the VOR, and with the weather, supposedly 700-foot ceilings with a 400-foot DA, but really it's tight. First time I went missed approach, ended up having to raise the weather to get in. So I'm going to try it again. Now, but good for you, I'm a little better at it. So setup, what I did is I went in here, you know about statute miles, pounds, whatever you want. You can define your positions. I do this on every one. JP on FSiPanel Discord and their channel YouTube, he gives you all this stuff. But this is for the Super 80 MADDOG, which he doesn't seem to fly very often, so he's receptive. If you can pull off a good one, submit it to him and he'll put it up for an example. You can see some of the traps I ran into. Database is good, and you can define your downwind. If you wanted to say I want to start on short final, you do that. That's for another day, and you can define what you want short final to be: 3 miles, 2 miles, whatever you want. Downwind, lateral distance, you need a little wider with jet. I think default on this is 2, base leg, whatever you want, and then that's good. But we're not going to do that. We're going to go setup, scenarios, open scenario manager, and when I'm here, these will be unclicked the first time you do this, right? So what you want to do is these will be clicked off like that. Say, yeah, auto tune, yes please, auto tune the next frequency. Enable push to talk like VATSIM. You do that. Now you select a button number 1. What do you want to use? You can use any one of your controllers. I'll use the Boeing yoke. I'm going to select my button, push the button I want, and then whatever the corresponding light is, you click on that. So it's Boeing button 1. And this is say again, which comes in handy. Have them say again what they said. I like to go my joystick, which is dedicated to my nose wheel steering. I'm going to press the F2 key on that. Number 2 lights up there. Click that. So now I have push to talk enabled, auto tune the next freak. Voice and text. You can leave a voice or just text, whatever you want. Voice be the most realistic. Voice and text, it helps to have it written up there. But more realistic will be only voice. But this is for, I'm going to leave it on voice and text for instructional purposes. Plus, quite honestly, it helps you. So open scenario manager. List of type aircraft. I'm going to use MD-82. You can see the ones that are covered by these scenarios. The A320 by Phoenix, the PMDG 7-3 models, and the MADDOG. Generic aircraft. They'll have some sceneries there for anything that's on Microsoft Premium. I think now the Horizon's on there too, but I'm not sure. Horizon DC Boeing 787-9, but I'm not sure. So MADDOG, and what I want to do today is a new one. You just put up anything you see in green here are the ones that I've downloaded before. You can see that I've already tried the TNCM. I downloaded it, but you just click on it and download the scenario like that, and they install the preset weather and the scenario. You can see we have quite a bit of time. So then if you want to look it over, let's do it. SimBrief flight plan, I'm going to call that up. It clicks, and you'll see that it's going to generate the SimBrief flight plan from St. Martin down to Guadalupe, and the routing's right here: Juliana, SVAN, Bimbo, and the Bimbo 2 to VOR. Now we're going to read something where we know, but I've already done that. I generated it already. There it is. TNCM, FFR, Fort de France is the alternate. This is for Air Transit 894, and I've already done a PDF file on it too. So anyway, you download the flight plan. You do all that before you open up Microsoft Flight Simulator, which I've already done. You can read over the lesson plan and take as much as you want out of it. Great, be honest with you guys, I'm a 21,000 hour pilot, but I wrote everything down to help out with the stream here. It's a 35-minute flight from Guadalupe to St. Martin to Guadalupe. They're saying that we diverted in here for weather, and we're going to try to get over to Guadalupe. The weather over Guadalupe is dog doo-doo. Air transit is diverted into St. Martin due to low ceiling in Guadalupe. Weather is now improved. You can fly the aircraft and passengers final destinations. Be sure to read the NOTAMs. We expect a non-precision approach. This is huge. ILS is under calibration, and RNAV approaches are not available. So we're basically down to a VOR, which is challenging in this Super 80. We'll see how it goes. While the FMS MCDU may be programmed by the FSiPanel emergency, so check your FMS CDU. Runway 10, put yourself on runway 10 at TNCM, which is St. Martin. Engines running, and use this weather pack. Aircraft weight and fuel. This is our clearance. I wrote it down. 894 clear to Puerto Pizarro, which is Guadalupe. Runway 10, Juliana 2 departure, S-fan transition. Climb initially at 5,000. Squawk 3354. We're going to have to set the squawk I did last time. When ready to fly, we'll see about that. Here's the weather. You can notice they're almost identical. St. Martin, they're both 1024 in the altimeter. Heavy rain at St. Martin and rain showers in the vicinity of Guadalupe. Overcast 700. The minimums are down around 400. And the winds are 110 at 14 and 090. We'll be taking off on 10, land on 12. So the headwind, these are the NOTAMs, the localized unserviceable RNP approaches are under certification, do not use. So they want us to start Microsoft Flight Simulator on the runway with the engine running, preset weather, and we'll do that right now. And if you want some tips, here they are. They'll tell you kind of what they're going to do with you. I've written them down. To be honest, I already flew it once, and it went well. I write down these frequencies to also keep me ahead of them. Kind of write everything down, get my notes in order. I got to tell you, it's a two-man airplane, and flying it solo is a lot. So we come in here. We're going to go to the MD-82. We're going to go to Princess Juliana, runway 10, and don't forget to do the weather if you want the full experience. And there it is. Anything that you've downloaded, like I've done a JetBlue profile for FSiP, is in here. So you can see that one's clicked. They said 10 a.m. All right, well, 10 a.m. Set 10 a.m. local. I don't think it really matters. The idea is probably light, but I'm not sure about that. So I'm going to make sure it's exactly 10 a.m. Exactly, everything's exact. So let's go and fly. Let's go in here. Yeah, I'm challenged by this stuff, guys. Yeah, it's so my background, if you read my profile, I'm 21,000 hour pilot, flew 7 years in the Air Force KC-135s, mostly T-37 instructor. I've flown kind of everything with American Airlines. I ended up on the 777 at the end. I have about 160, 70 videos. I'm part of the TFDI MD-11 quality assurance program, as well as the PMDG 777 program, but I have not been invited to. I've been invited. I have not done anything for them as of yet. Maybe they're not going to call me. But I'm pretty new to this airplane. I've got a guy named Captain Cavu. Hi, buddy. He watches all my videos, and he kind of has been straightening me out on a bunch of things. I sort of started a series of videos. This will be number 15 if it works out. To try to, you could watch me, an experienced pilot, try to relearn an airplane he already knew, way back when. Last time I flew it was 2001. I flew it 1997 to 2001, about 2,000 hours as a captain and an instructor. And without further ado, here we go. I wouldn't trust, you can see it's a lousy day. I wouldn't trust everything that's in here, guys. It's make sure everything is where it's supposed to be. I'll show you something. I do back this up a little bit. And I get all the runway I can get. Runway 10 start. Drop me back a little more. Gets me another 100 feet or so. Probably not important. You can see that as far as JP and the FSiP crowd is concerned, we're pretty much good to go, and I would have to agree with that. I have yet to download. Now I got to open up the FSiPanel. Click yes. And I want you to watch all this it's really cool. I really enjoy this stuff. Setup, training scenarios, training scenarios. It's in green, air transit, make it in blue, and start training. It's downloading the scenery pack. That's what it says behind my face, which you can't see. You're going to notice some things change here. Here we go. This is going to change from 250 to V2, which I don't want. It's the St. Martin 166, which is part of the Juliana. There we go, 132. I'm going to put it in 250 when the time comes. Don't touch anything here. But it even sets your radios. It's setting your trim. It's setting green bug. We're flaps 22 takeoff. And it's our radios are set at 2345 and 215. That chime, of course, is the flight attendant's telling us they're ready for takeoff. Looking up top, parking brake arts and up. Power's set. I think I'll probably be max power out of here myself. All right, let's go down to the radio panel. One thing I want to check before we get going here. I'm going to set ATC, Air Transit. What is their insignia here? It is TSC 894. TSC 894. Clear those out. T. Probably don't need to do this, guys. SC 894. Just trying to be professional here and standard, and it's going to be 3354 in the clearance. 3354. I got that off the thing. We got ATIS over here, guard over here. This is tower. That's Juliana approach. Those are the frequencies. I know that because I wrote them down. All right, so let's go here.
5 kilometers. Showers of rain. Cloud overcast 600 feet. Overcast 5,000 feet. Temperature 30. This is St. Martin Information Echo. Runway in use 10. Surface wind 080. 12 knots. Visibility 5 kilometers. Showers of rain. Cloud overcast 600 feet. Overcast 5,000 feet. Temperature 30. Dew point 18. QNH 1024. Transition level flight level 65. Acknowledge received St. Martin Information Echo.
Okay, I'm going to go back down here. Now that's transition level. As you know, that's not transition altitude. 5,000 is transition altitude. If you really want to know where to find that, come in here. I'm not going to acknowledge them just yet. Here's our flight. Transition altitude. Go to any approach. I will just say this one. And on the top of the approach plate, you'll see the transition altitude. That's on climb out. Transition levels on descent. Okay, but let's take a look at our filed SID. We're doing the Juliana with the East S-band transition. Juliana, initial climb at 400 feet. As soon as practical for us, it's 400 feet, turn right, and basically being nav. So we'll go nav at 400 feet. Interceptor 166 outbound off Juliana. Cross 10 to me before. Okay, so 166 outbound, and they set it up for us. 113.0, 166. Nice. Okay, and that's that. And we'll talk about the rest we get going. What could go wrong? Acknowledge. Air Transit 894 is ready for takeoff, runway 10.
Air Transit 894, cancel SID. When airborne, turn right heading 140. Wind 070 at 8 knots. Runway 10, you are clear for takeoff.
Air Transit 894, when airborne, turn right heading 140, and we'll cancel the SID. Clear for takeoff, runway 10. Alright guys, spoilers are armed, brakes are armed, before takeoff checklist complete, make sure the hydraulic pumps are on. I'm just making sure everything's where it's supposed to be. They are all on. Good job, JP. I should probably have this other guy over here on legs, and I'm over here on takeoff page. Okay, parking brakes are off. So it's going to be runway heading 400 feet right to 140 heading. Let's do it. Make sure it's all good. Go to Guadalupe. Looking for 1.4 in the EPR. Auto throttle's on.
Clear.
Looking for 1.94. Power set.
80 knots. Cross check.
Cross check. Check. goes
V1.
cooling
Rotate.
fan. It's always sorry. That's my my joystick.
Positive rate.
And gear up. Right, guys, I am going to go autopilot on. This is going to be one challenging departure. There's 400 feet. Want to go heading
Gear up.
select.
Lights out.
And heading select. And wait for 1,000. There's 1,000. I'm going to go half rate on the vertical speed. Vertical speed, half rate, about 1,000 up. Get climb power set. And flaps up.
Stabilizer motion.
Air Transat 894, contact approach
Climb thrust
128.95. Bye-bye.
128.95 for Air Transat 894. Bye-bye. All right, it's climbing up nicely. Get up to slats. Frequency was auto-tuned, but it was already there anyway.
Flap 0.
Approach Air Transat 894 is out of 2,500 for 5,000.
Air Transat
Slats
894 Juliana approach identified. Continue heading 140 and climb flight level 120.
Air Transat 894, continue heading 140, climb to flight level 120. All right, guys, so we're cleaned up. And there's 120 set. 120 is in the window. And we need to do the rest of our after takeoff checklist here. Auto brakes are off down here. Spoilers are down. And it's accelerating out. You can probably go VNAV for now. VNAV climb. Wrong one here. FMS EPR, that's good.
Air Transat 894, turn right heading 220 and intercept St. Martin radial 1662 S1.
Air Transat 894, turn right heading 220 and intercept the St. Martin 166 radial to S1. Alright guys, so... Alright, climbing to 12, heading select, there's the radio right there, that's part of the SID. I think what I'll do is over here, I'm going to put, she's not on that. I'm going to get this out of your way here. All right, we're climbing out nicely. And we have that tuned 166. That is part of the SID. So we're going to be able to go nav here in a minute. But I think what I'll do is make sure just on here. And the reason I'm doing that is that the point is not magenta yet. I'll show you what I'm saying. Should be SFAN here. Should be magenta. And it isn't. So I'm going to do this on this on the VOR. And I know I'm pretty much right on here. There it is. When I am like that, and go to the box and go direct SFAN. And when I do that, execute, I can come back up and go nav. And I've got raw data here and I can see that it's tracking. So I've got nav track, direct SFAN. We're back on the SID. Let's do the checklist. Before takeoff to start, after takeoff. Brake temps, check. They're checked. Get the aux pumps off. Transfer pumps off. Doesn't really say that though, but I think it's a good idea. That's what we used to do. I do remember. Auto brakes are off. Speed brake levers retracted. Engine ignition, don't need that in both. Bring that to off.
Air Transat 894, climb flight level 170 and contact radar 119.1. Bye-bye.
170. Air Transat 894, climb to flight level 170, radar 19.1. Bye-bye. Okay, this out of 10, guys. So, from a speed, I'm just going to go at 300. Not completely letting them do it itself, am I? I'll go 310. All right. Approach Air Transat 894 is out of flight level 110 for flight level 170.
Air Transat 894, hello, you are identified. Continue climb flight level 230 and expect new routing shortly. I call you back.
Okay, Air Transat 894, hello, and we're cleared to climb to flight level 230. All right, we'll expect a new routing. Flight level 230 is in the window. What do we got here? We're nav. I've been doing the speed manually here. Let me see here. That's not working out. Let me do this. Yeah, Captain Cabo, you got to tell me what I'm doing wrong up here. What I wanted to do is get the VNAV speed to work. There it goes. There it goes. I had to press VNAV again. All right, let's go here. And we've got SFAN, and that's the arrival bimbo. We'll expect a new route shortly. You go to electronic flight bag. Get that booted up. I never did boot it up because it started the profile right at the end. Probably not the best idea. Weight and balance. Should have updated that too, but I didn't. So check entries. All right, let's go back here. Performance. Landing. Airport. TFFR. Runway 12. Condition, we'll say it's medium. Wind, or what is it? 080. That's TNCM. Didn't like that, did it? 090 at 6, and the temperature is 30.
Air Transat 8904, turn left heading 100 and intercept radial 320 inbound St. John's VOR. This is Alpha November uniform.
Air Transat 894, turn left heading 100 and intercept the St. John's 320 inbound, Alpha November uniform. All right, 100 on the heading. So we're being taken off the SID. St. John's, that's a funky one, huh? And 320 radial inbound. That's the 120 course. 120 course. Off St. John's, which is 114.5. Got that off the notes, guys. Okay, so St. John's, the tail is rising. And by the way, we did get a transition altitude 5,000. We got it out 2992. All right, 100, climbing to 230. That's our final cruising altitude. Turning left. I really should have this on the bank a little higher. 100 to intercept the St. John's 140 course. How's that? And there it is. St. John's, he said it was Alpha November uniform. We can go on the box and go direct Alpha November uniform. Right there. And then we can go Alpha November uniform 320 at 20, like this, right? Get that up here, then here, and that's should give us on our map a depiction. I got to execute it though, don't I? Of the 140. Let me see if I get that out a little further. Yeah, see, here's Alpha November uniform. So it's coming out like this. So I just created a point out here to give us a reference. Out of 18, the lights are out. So I'll do it on raw data, then I'll go direct to ANU. Tail's rising up to where the head is falling, down to 140. You can see it's right there. And then I'll go ahead and, yeah, what I should have done is gone ANU 320 at 80, and then it would have been, my line would have been out there. I would have got a nice representation there. But this works. Head's falling out of 19 for 23. It's coming across here. Then we'll go direct Alpha November uniform, which is St. John's. We'll be at the 136 course right now, looking for the 140 course. Pretty far out, we're 43 miles out, so no need to, that's St. John's right there. No need to lead it by much here. Can almost wait to the 139. There's 137. 138. Stop bringing it over. That might have been a little early, huh? A little early. So what I'll do is wait till around the course, and then I'll go direct to St. John's. I'll roll out here. It's got a little bit of an intercept. .140 course inbound. Kind of a funky arrival into St. John, into Guadalupe. I'll show it to you in a minute. Yeah, is that nuts? What are the winds here? 12 knots across. Maybe I'll take a little more of a cut. Get it established before I go direct. Direct. And you. Direct. Be ready for it. I haven't executed it yet. 22 for 23. Getting pretty close, isn't it? Right now it's showing me, I think we're on the 140 right now. There's a head, the single needle. So I'm going to go execute it, come up top, and go nav. I cleaned up the box. Now we're going direct to St. John's and nav, and then that's the arrival there. I'm going to go ahead and set up the arrival since we're off the star. Departures arrival. I'm going to get rid of Bimbo. And instead I'm going to put in
Air Transat 8904, descend, flight level 130, and rate of descent 1,500 feet per minute.
Air Transat 894, descend to flight level 130, rated descent 1,500 feet per minute. Alright guys, so I got 1,500 in the vertical speed, going down to flight level 130, transition altitude 60, transition level 6,500. And we're nav tracking it on the 140 inbound. Yeah, let me go departures arrival. I'm going to set up the VOR. PPR1 is the one that has a 319 outbound. I'll set that in. Legs. And I'm going to clear these 2 points out. Though it's not letting me clear these. So I'm going to put PPR1, move that up here. There we go, and I clean it up. So right now we're going direct to St. John's. That's PPR, and that's the 319 outbound, which if you take a look, we'll take a look in a second here. All right, 1,300 feet per minute, descending. It's really time to brief the approach. You can see that we're from St. John's, and if I put in 112.9 over here, which is Fort de France, we're 65 miles out. Could also put it on the box. TFFR. But we're coming in. Let me show you that. 65 miles out. That cross checks with that.
Air Transat 8904, you can fly now direct to Pointe-à-Pitre VOR. This is Papa Romeo.
Direct to Papa Romeo. Air Transit 894. All right, there it is, guys. You can see it's on the head of the pointer there. So it's, but I can go down here on my box. We know we have that in here. We're gonna go direct Papa Romeo. How does that look? Good. Execute it. And there it goes. I'll slew the heading around. And then we're gonna brief the approach. We're doing 1,500 feet per minute as instructed, with a 6,500 transition level. We were in the midst of doing our landing data here. 301014, so it's, oh man. Guys, that's my yoke. I'm going crazy. It's always something in Father Timeville. Yeah, sorry about that. All right, so wind, we get that in here. 10, what's the altimeter is? 1024. He's going to have us set that out of 18. It doesn't do the transition here. Yeah, something's going on with my yoke here, guys. 1024, so 3011. Something like that. Temperature's 30. Landing weight's 125. There you go. And so we got flaps 40. What is that? 120.5. Yeah, don't even want to look at that. That's some funky landing distance. There it is. Yeah, that's something to do with my yoke, guys. Sorry. Hate to be rude. Very disturbing here. Hopefully that doesn't affect us getting there. All right, autopilot's back on. Nav, we're still doing vertical speed, 1,500 feet per minute down to 130. We're proceeding direct to the PPR VOR. Yeah, my Boeing yoke, for some reason, sends me into like a tailspin. All right, let's do the, there it goes. I think I better, autopilot. Yeah, weird. I'll still publish it if I can get this thing working, as weird as it is. I'm going to start slowing us down here, guys. because I really don't want to be smoking on in for this thing, even though we're 60 miles out. I'll go like the 250. When it levels, it'll get there. 1,500 feet per minute, it's going to give priority to the vertical speed.
Air Transat 894, no more rate restriction. Contact raise 8 approach, frequency 121.3. You have a safe landing.
Okay, delete the rate restrictions and 21.3 for raise it. Bye-bye. 21.3, here it is. Raise it, Air Transit 894 is passing flight level 150 for 130.
Air Transat 894 approche, bonjour, continue descend, 9,000 feet, QNH 1024 and prepare, VOR runway 12.
Darn guys, may not be do it. Send to 9,000 feet, we'll prepare for VOR 12, Air Transit and 1024, Air Transit 894. Yeah, we're having all sorts of problems here, aren't we guys? Alright, so 9,000 feet. I think it might be coming from the mouse here. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not happy with this. It's definitely coming from the mouse. The loveliness of simhood. Am I not going to be able to finish this, guys? Try that. Autopilot's on, 9,000, level changing it down to 9. Indicator airspeed clamp. Yeah, crazy. I know. What is going on with this silly thing? Always a challenge.
Autopilot.
Let me try something here. There we go. It seems to be coming from the pitch mode. Back direct to PPR. I mean, never get to brief this, guys. All right. What a pain. All right, we're 12 for 9. We're in level change. We're going to come into Port de France. ILS is off the air. RNAV's off the air. So we're going to have to do the VOR 12. VOR 12, Guadeloupe 13-1, 27 October 23. There's the ATIS 27-6. We can't get it here. 112.9 and 118. But what I'm going to do, 112.9, I'm going to set in the outbound course here of 319. Since they're going to make us fly the whole procedural track, it's not going to be radar vectors to final. It's outbound. And the other thing I have to set is the MDA is up around 400 feet. It's actually 394, but I'm going to set in 400 here. That takes a while, so I'll just do this. And flight attendants, prepare for landing, please. And I chime out of 10 and get the lights on as well. I'm going to come over here while I'm thinking about it. Turn the aux hydraulic pumps back on. That was weird with the stuff. Sorry about that, guys. 10 for 9 on the descent. And we're still navving it on in. Okay, approach. 112.9, 118, got the 319 outbound. So we're going to, guys, do 3,600 to established outbound, then go down to 2,350 till established inbound. Then we can go down to 2,000 until 60 ME FAF. We'll start the timing there. Ground speed's 120, and they're not going to give us anything. It says our descent angle, if we're doing 140, be 800 feet per minute. And we'll plan on being completely configured by the FAF, and we'll do 800 feet per minute on our descent rate. 2.5 is our missed approach point out to DME. Missed approach is basically runway heading out to 5 DME, enter the hold. We probably would go on to Fort de France.
Air Transat 894, descend 6,000 feet.
Send to 6,000, Air Transit 894. You know, I could do without the yeah, let me see something, guys. There we go. I have to cycle my throttles. A lot of sim-isms here. So we're in nav. We're clamping it on down. Indicated airspeed on down to 6,000 feet. I am going to do the entire approach at 180. We do these, and we do these actually at BC Bird and Antigua. And I'll tell you, if you're not slowed down, you'll be elbows and you know what, trying to get down. So we are presently 16 miles from the VOR. Right here on the number 1. You can't see that, can you? 16 miles. So I'm going to get down, slow down, configured. I'll be all when I hit the VOR when he vectors me, because right now, guys, we're coming in from, you can see us coming in here. We are not aligned with the outbound course, so we're going to have to use holding space to align ourselves. If we entered holding here, I will leave a parallel entry, just a left entry to a 116, and then turn inbound on the 296 to hold. So if we end up having to use holding, we'll do it. I'm not sure if he's going to vector us or we don't have to hold, but if you have to use holding, I'll dial in 296. We'll come in, establish ourselves inbound, and then we'll dial the 319 outbound. So it's 3600 to 70 MA.
Yeah, at 894, turn left heading 130 and descend 5,000 feet.
Left heading 130 down to 5,000, air transit 894. All right, there's heading select. If you ever have a question as to what the clearance was, you can hit say again. All right, guys, I'm going to clean this up then. It looks like it's pretty well set. What I would like to get rid of, I'd actually like to get rid of all this stuff down here. My clear key is not working because it really confuses the map. 5,000 feet was our clearance. And down to 5. And we're 9 miles out. Slots extend. Then he brings us all the way down. All the way down to 180. Looks like we're radar V and radar vectored. Take a look now at the nav.
Air Transat 894, descend 3,600 feet and turn right direct Papa Romeo.
Left heading direct to Papa Romeo down to 3,600 feet, Air Transit 894. All right, guys, first thing I'm going to do is 3,600. I'm going to have to use my tab key on this thing, aren't I? 3,600. Descending on down, that's in the window, so that's good. And we're going to go direct to Papa Romeo. I can go to my nav and go to legs, direct, Papa Romeo, direct. That looks good. Execute it. Come up here and go nav. See if it turns, and it's turning. So we're not going to have to use the holding airspace now.
Stabilize your motion.
So we set out for the outbound 112.9 and 319. We're proceeding direct to Papa Romeo. You can see that. Yeah, it's going to be kind of a. Yeah, we should be okay. Going to be a kind of a right-hand turn intercept. Probably have to lead it a little bit. I think maybe I started the turn. I think the turn wasn't to 100 heading because we should have been a little closer than that. pretty far out. We are 9 miles out from Papa Romeo. Here we are on the map. You guys can't see that. This is the missed approach over here. Papa Romeo. It's going to turn right, and it's going to start the descent on the 319. So nav should work. So obviously it's not descending down to 3600. Have to do this. That's a simism. I had to actually cycle my throttles. Just fine. So 7 miles to go. There's the outbound course. So it looks like it's going to lead it. It knows what it's doing. Remember again, established outbound, we can descend down to 2,350. It'll be 2,400 in my window. And then after that, established inbound, go down to 2. 6 DME. We'll start down at 800 feet per minute, going down to this approach point at 2.5 DME. And the DA is down at 400 feet. But I still haven't gotten it there. Have I? Takes a long time to slew this up here.
Air Transat 8904, clear of UR, runway 12, speed 180 knots or less.
Well, that's convenient. Clear of UR 12, 180 or less, Air Transit. You know what, guys? I don't think this altimeter is correct.
Altitude.
Here we go.
Altitude.
Descending down to 3,600. At 6,500, I should have gotten the new altimeter in. It's descending down. 3,600 set. It's turning outbound. And guys, I am going to use, it wants to be at 3,600. Let's say we're established outbound. I'm going to go down to 2,400 here. And I'm going to go vertical speed. I'm going to go 1,000 down. Like that. Looks like it's establishing outbound, but I'm going to double check it here. See how it does. We're going out to 7 DME, and we got to stay at 2340. I'm going to get all configured, guys. No, it's early, I know. It's kind of how it goes, though, on these things.
Gear down, 3 green.
Flaps 15.
Flaps 15.
And it's really doing a nice job here, guys. It's going, so we're going down to 2,400 to established inbound. Then it's down to 2,000. I'm going to get the speed way back here.
Air Transat 8904, over to the tower now, frequency 118.4. Bye-bye.
118.4 is the tower. Bye-bye. Air Transat 894. 118.4. He didn't help me here. At a very critical time. I have this set for that automatic update on the freak.
2,500.
Definitely when I want to be out in here looking. That didn't help. Air Transit 894 is established on the VOR.
Air Transat 8904, tower, very good morning. Wind 100 at 10 knots, runway 12, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 12, Air Transit 894. All right, guys, so looking for 7 DME, we're at 2,400. We're still in nav, it should turn at 7 DME, in which case we're established inbound, we're cleared down to 2. Let's get the speed all the way back, and get the flaps all the way out to landing flaps.
Flaps 28.
All right, we're turning inbound. We're going to be cleared down to 2,000 until 6 DME once we're established inbound. And the inbound course is
Autopilot.
118. .118's coming in the window. Still in nav. Hopefully it rolls out right on. And we're going down. We're established. Not quite established inbound here. All right, we're coming on an inbound course. Here it comes, down to 2,000. I'm watching the going down to 2. We take this all the way into 6 DME. Heading selected. I'm not heading select, just going to bring it over here. All right, now we're looking for 6 DME 2,000, and then we're going to do 800 feet per minute after we hit that point. There's 7 DME right there. Pretty stinky day, huh? 7 DME. I'm going to arm the spoilers. I'm going to arm the auto brakes. All right, there's 6 DME, lead it. And we're going to go vertical speed down 800, we said. All right, we're tracking inbound on the 118. We got 800 feet per minute down. Our missed approach point is 2.5 DME. Started our clock. We don't have a clock actually timing. Not available. It's done off DME. So we got 2 miles. We're at 4.8 right now. Gears down, flaps down, speed brake, our spoilers armed, lights are out, clear to land. Two and a half miles. Just getting a little bit left of course here. Nav is still holding pretty good. I'd be putting a little more heading in if I was actually flying it. Got a 1/8 of a mile to go.
1,000.
2.5. Decision altitude is 400. I'll have a little fun here, guys.
500.
Stable target sync thing. We'll say the runway's in sight. Runway's in sight. Obviously we missed approach. Just using guidances here.
400.
Runway's in sight, there it is.
300.
Not the best demonstration. Not the best, it's the minimums.
100. 40, 30, 20, 10.
I don't know. I'm so sorry, guys. I wasn't going to go missed approach. I got to go do some errands. 2 in reverse. Throttle's coming out of reverse.
60 knots.
Yeah, Transat 8904, vacate left, and that taxi stand 8, so we shoot a nice layover.
Okay, exit left, taxi stand 8 for Air Transit 894, thank you. All right, guys. Well, what should I have done when I hit the 400 feet? It's gone missed, right? Because I really didn't have the runway. We had in nav, but oh, okay, let me just do this up here, guys. There we go. Get rid of that. Flaps up after landing. It's supposed to be done. Looks like she did some of it, yeah. Yeah, nice job. All right, let's go gate 8. I don't know, JP. You know, were we supposed to go missed approach? So a couple of funky things. Number one, I should have gone missed at 400. I just flew it down. I was using the vertical track indicator and the course bar raw data to figure out where I was. Not the best demonstration of that, but we're coming in. What I should have done is gone missed approach, which was toga, flaps 11, positive rate gear up, set missed approach altitude, which would have been 3,600. Straight ahead, 5 to me, re-enter the hold, probably divert to Fort de France. I'm not sure if that's...
Hi guys, JP, welcome to Guadeloupe, Le Rézé Airport. I hope you enjoyed this very short flight operated by Air Transat due to a diversion, And any question or comment, feel free to join us on the Discord channel and subscribe to the YouTube channel as well for all the latest news. See you very soon for another scenario. Bye-bye.
All right, so that's that. That was JP saying goodbye. Yeah, that was probably going to be a diversion to Fort de France, but I don't have time to do it. But we got it done. So it would have. What we should have done though is gone again, going around flaps 11. Going around toga, flaps 11. Gear up, set missed approach altitude at 3,600. Runway heading 5D, me enter the hold, decide what you want to do. We divert over to Fort de France and land. We also had that spinning cockpit a few times with my yoke. Sorry about that. But I think this is a good enough demonstration if you want to see the Super 80, some of the things to consider. I really do. So I'm going to go ahead and publish it. I know it's not ideal, guys, but I'm going to publish it. Third gate in, I think it's gate 8. We'll just pick a gate here and come on in. 1, 2, 3. It's this one right here. It's the one after that diagonal one. Nice job, JP. Thank you. If you wouldn't mind, guys, subscribing. And we also have a Discord channel if you'd like to join us. My entire system appears to be having a mind of its own at the moment. Yeah, let's just turn in here, see if we can find someplace to park, guys. Yeah, line looks like it's over here. We'll just figure it out here. Looks like my FO did the checklist for me, which is nice. Yeah, this looks like it right in here. Oh, the line's way over here. Okay. This might be the second gate. This might not be gate 8. This might be the gate right next to it, but we'll figure it out. Okay, so brakes apart, seatbelt sign is coming off, APU's established, we chop them. Let's go over here so we chop them correctly, right? And we should have had this in Bravo. And ignition's off. Never got that on. Fuel pumps can come off. Except for that one. APU air is on. Packs are on. Cross feeding. Okay, it looks good. Come across the cycle, turn off the lights here. The collision's off. Strobes are now off. Floods are off. Take off. All right, checklist. Let's get the people off the plane if we can.
Set parking brakes to request ground services.
Oh, I thought I did, my friend. Reposition aircraft. I'm going to put it perfectly. Okay. No idea if I had the right one. And deplane.
Deboarding requested.
Okay. Jet bridge is coming up. All right, after landing, flap set levers up retracted, speed brake levers retracted, engine ignition is off, pitot static heat is off. She should have gotten that. Let me see here. Yep, pitot static's off. Back in here. What else we got up here, guys? Airflow, anti-ice switch off, weather radar is off. Parking check. Fuel tank pump switches is required. Aux tank pump. Oh, that's what I didn't do.
Passengers
did not do that.
Started.
Let's see if she did it. Oh, never did that. Okay. And last stuff is parking brake set. Yep. Emergency light switch off. Leaving the airplane, EFB off. Okay. Emergency light switch is off. And we'll just leave it like this for now. Take a look in the back. Go outside. And there we are. I wonder if you can see people here. There they go. Thank you very much. Thank you. Love you. Love you. Miss you. All right, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. That was the FSiPanel St. Martin to Guadalupe profile. Not perfect, but a lot of fun. See ya.